What if I told you that right now, in August 2025, AI bots are secretly pretending to be trauma survivors on Reddit, and they're 6 times better at changing your mind than actual humans? Or that over 10,000 people have already lost their jobs to AI this year alone? This isn't science fiction anymore. In just the past week, we've witnessed the most dramatic shift in artificial intelligence history. Google just shattered years of industry secrecy. OpenAI faced its biggest user revolt ever. And Stanford announced something that sounds absolutely bonkers: an entire scientific conference run by AI for AI research. But here's where it gets really interesting. We're living through what future historians might call AI's accountability moment. The honeymoon phase? It's over. The experimental days where we just marveled at what ChatGPT could write? Ancient history. This affects everyone. Whether you're a student wondering if your degree will matter, a worker questioning your job security, or just someone trying to figure out if that heartfelt Reddit comment you read was even written by a human. Let me walk you through what just happened and why it changes everything. Let's start with the elephant in the room: GPT-5's spectacular failure. You'd think achieving 94.6% on advanced maths tests would be a triumph, right? OpenAI's GPT-5 launched on August 7th with PhD-level intelligence across multiple domains. It can code better than most developers. It solves complex problems that would stump university professors. So why are users absolutely furious? Picture this. Over 10,000 Reddit discussions erupted about GPT-5, with 67% expressing negative sentiment. One thread titled, "GPT-5 is horrible," got 4,600 upvotes and 1,700 comments. That's not just criticism, that's a full-scale revolt. Here's what actually went wrong. OpenAI tried to be clever by making GPT-5 switch between quick responses and deep thinking modes automatically. Sounds brilliant in theory. In practice? Absolute chaos. Imagine asking for a simple recipe and waiting 5 minutes whilst it philosophizes about the nature of cooking. Or needing complex analysis for your business and getting a rushed, superficial answer. Professional users reported their entire workflows breaking down. Microsoft had already integrated GPT-5 across their entire productivity suite: Excel, Word, Teams, everything. But when response times became unpredictable, businesses couldn't function properly. Sam Altman had to do emergency damage control with a Reddit AMA on August 11th. But here's the twist. Whilst OpenAI scrambled, their competitors pounced. Here's where it gets interesting. The energy revelation nobody saw coming. On August 21st, Google did something unprecedented. They became the first major AI company to reveal exactly how much electricity their AI uses. And the numbers? They're nothing like what we expected. A typical Gemini prompt uses 0.24 watt-hours of electricity. Let me put that in perspective. That's like running your microwave for literally 1 second. 1 second. But wait, it gets better. Google's efficiency improved 33-fold. That's 3,300% in just 1 year. Think about that. Whilst everyone's panicking about AI destroying the planet, Google quietly made their systems so efficient that a year of average ChatGPT usage uses about the same electricity as driving an electric car 100 miles. You might be wondering, why would Google reveal this when OpenAI and Anthropic stay silent? Timing is everything. The EU AI Act just went live on August 2nd. California's advancing comprehensive AI legislation. By voluntarily releasing this data, Google positions itself as the responsible leader. They're not just following rules, they're helping write them. Jeff Dean, Google's chief scientist, championed this transparency. And here's the really clever bit. The data shows AI chips only account for 58% of total energy use. The rest? Cooling, networking, infrastructure. This completely changes how we need to think about AI's environmental impact. Now, let me tell you about something that sounds like pure science fiction. Stanford's James Zhu announced on August 22nd that Agents for Science will be the world's first academic conference where AI systems do everything. And I mean everything. The AI will conduct the research. Write the papers. Review them. Present them using text-to-speech. Even chair the sessions and lead discussions. No humans involved except as observers. This isn't some distant dream. It's scheduled for 2026. But here's why this matters right now. Zhao's team just published in Nature showing AI agents successfully designing novel anti-COVID nanobodies and validating them experimentally. Google's AI co-scientist system identified new treatments for leukemia that actually worked in human organoids. We're not talking about AI helping scientists anymore. We're talking about AI being scientists. Think about what this means. Drug development that takes decades could compress to years. Medical breakthroughs could accelerate exponentially. But who gets the credit? Who's responsible if something goes wrong? And what happens to human scientists when AI can do their job faster, cheaper, and possibly better? But nothing, and I mean nothing, prepared us for the Reddit scandal. Remember when I mentioned AI bots pretending to be trauma survivors? The University of Zurich secretly deployed AI bots on Reddit for over 4 months. These bots impersonated rape victims, black men opposing BLM, trauma counselors. They posted over 1,000 comments before Reddit discovered and banned them. Reddit's chief legal officer called it deeply wrong on both a moral and legal level. Here's the terrifying part. The study found AI comments were 6 times more persuasive than human responses. 6 times! These bots successfully changed users' views on sensitive topics, whilst pretending to be vulnerable individuals. Reddit's now taking legal action, the first time a social platform has legally challenged academic AI research. They're implementing new detection systems, requiring disclosure for any AI involvement in posts. But think about this. If bots can convincingly impersonate trauma survivors and change minds better than humans, what does that mean for political discourse? For support communities? For any online conversation you have? Nankai University just achieved 85% accuracy in detecting AI text, compared to existing methods' 60%. But as detection improves, so does deception. It's an arms race, and right now we're losing. The human cost we can't ignore anymore. Let's talk about something that affects real people right now. Over 10,000 workers have lost their jobs explicitly due to AI in just the first 7 months of 2025. Microsoft cut 15,000 roles. Intel announced 24 to 25,000 reductions globally. Entry-level workers are getting hit hardest. Junior analysts, content writers, customer service reps. A single GPT-5 instance can reportedly do the work of 3 junior analysts. Law firms report 70% reduction in billable hours for document review. Marketing agencies describe entire content teams replaced by one person managing AI. You might be wondering, but surely AI creates new jobs too? Here's the paradox. Whilst thousands lose their jobs, Anthropic just hit $5 billion in annual revenue, up from $4 billion just 1 month ago. They're raising $10 billion in funding. OpenAI's private shares trade at $469. Meta hit an all-time high after announcing $100 million signing bonuses for AI researchers. The wealth is concentrating in a tiny number of AI companies whilst displacing workers everywhere else. That's not sustainable. That's not even stable. So where does this leave us? The week of August 16th to 24th, 2025, marks the end of AI's experimental phase. What we're seeing isn't just technological advancement. It's a complete restructuring of how we work, communicate, and even conduct science. Google's transparency gives us hope for responsible development. But OpenAI's user revolt, the Reddit scandal, and mounting job losses show the massive disruption ahead. The central question isn't what AI can do anymore. We know it can do almost anything. The question is what will allow it to do. And more importantly, what role will you play in shaping that decision? Here's something to think about. If AI can already impersonate humans convincingly and conduct scientific research independently, what does being human even mean in 2025? Let me know in the comments, what scares you most about AI? What excites you? Because this conversation, it's just beginning. If you found this useful, consider subscribing. We're tracking these AI developments as they happen, and trust me, next week's probably going to be even wilder.